if this doesn't prove to all the people out there that was just saying like, oh, Ubisoft is not in a bad place right now, like we seen the stock market and we seen how it's just been losing money in sales in stock for the past 4 years. I think right now Ubisoft is at like what, $9, if I remember it correctly. It might be 12. But we have been seeing for a long time that Ubisoft has just been releasing lackluster games, from the Star Wars franchise to Skull and Bones to a whole bunch to some other Ubisoft games, some of the Assassin's Creed games. Yeah, the Assassin's Creed Valhalla was apparently very favorable, with the audience, but the other games didn't quite go so well. And with them postponing Assassin's Creed Shadow again, I they said it was supposed to be released in February. Now they saying it's going to be released in March. It just goes to show, like we have been saying this whole time, that Ubisoft is just going to be bought out by somebody, maybe Tencent, whether or not the French government will even allow that, because Ubisoft is they're about to sell themselves, or they about to sell off to someone. Don't know who it is, but a lot of people are saying it's Tencent. But yeah, what's it say here? Exclusive. Ubisoft seemingly prepping for bankruptcy ahead of Assassin's Creed Shadows releasing as past failures spell almost certain doom. So yeah, the Star Wars Outlaw. You had some of the Assassin's Creed game that didn't really do well in sales. You had Skull and Bones that was a colossal failure. And now you got Ubisoft, when they wanted to push the whole, ESG, because they was trying to get that ESG money to try and get some more money coming in, but I guess it didn't work out. It seems like BlackRock didn't really put too much money into Ubisoft. The end might be near for Ubisoft. The year has barely started, and it seems as though the former giant of the gaming industry is showing more signs of decline as it seemingly prepares for bankruptcy ahead of Assassin's Creed Shadows. In the previous article, we highlighted Ubisoft's abysmal credit rating, rooted in troubling financial metrics such as 1.4 billion net debt, plummeting market cap down over 85% in the past 4 years, and an unsustainable workplace of 18,666 employees, costing an estimated 746.6 million annually. Damn, 8,000, almost 19,000 employees working there. They really should have cut their employees in half, because regardless about how many people went after Microsoft for releasing all those people when they acquired Activision, you cannot say that ABK wasn't overstaffed, because during the pandemic they was severely overstaffing because more people were staying at home, and now since more people are going back to work, they are now going out, they're now doing things that they want to do instead of like just being enclosed in their house all the damn time because the fucking oppressive government said you had to. Now, since people are more outside now and playing less games, those 18,000 employees should have got cut probably in half. These indicators painted a bleak picture of a company teetering on the edge of financial ruin. Now on January 9, 2025, Ubisoft announced that it has appointed leading advisors to review and pursue various transformational, strategic, and capitalist options to extract the best value for its stockholders. What does this mean? On paper, it suggests Ubisoft has hired consultants to address the company's strategic missteps from recent years. However, in practice, this move aligns more closely with preparations to sell off valuable assets such as intelligible properties like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Rainbow Six, streaming rights, or other goods, and possibly edge closer to bankruptcy. A lot of people have said Rainbow Six was pretty much keeping Ubisoft alive, because a lot of people still play Rainbow Six Siege in all those games. But yeah, they got a whole bunch of money from Assassin's Creed. I love Assassin's Creed 1, 2, 3, Revelations. Then finished Black Flag, and I just kind of stopped playing Assassin's Creed games since then. This announcement comes on the heels of yet another delay for Assassin's Creed Shadows, now pushed from February to March. coupled with declining sales of Star Wars Outlaw and the cancellation of X Defiant. Which X Defiant, again, I ain't played X Defiant, but for what a lot of people said, it was a fantastic game that could have been a good Call of Duty competitor. But for some reason, it just kind of, fell off. Hey, a lot of people said it was going to be a COD competitor, and a lot of those times they said it just didn't work out. It seems Ubisoft's financial woes are far worse than initially anticipated. Could this be the end for Ubisoft not even 1 month into 2025? First, let's examine why this move might signal conceding to bankruptcy or even preparing to be sold up entirely. So, yeah, I'm not going to be reading all this. I'm not going to be reading on this. But yeah, this all came after the fact that Assassin's Creed Shadows got delayed again. Will this game be the end of Ubisoft? I mean, will this be Ubisoft's last game before they be sold off? Who knows? I'm not really sure. Ubisoft has delayed Assassin's Creed Shadows for the second time, pushing it back to March 20th, 2025. Originally set for November 12, 2024, and later moved to February 14, 2025. This game development continues to be plagued by delays. This game could be catastrophic. Is that what it is? But Ubisoft, and it's possible the company's very survival banks on it. Given everything we've seen up to the point, along with a major decline in ongoing public sentiment, it's not looking good for the French developer. Again, yeah. If Tencent does decide to want to buy Ubisoft, it's up to the French government to be like, you know what? Yeah, we gonna go ahead and just let y'all buy it because this company, because we don't want Microsoft to buy it and we probably don't want Sony to buy it. So Tencent, you're up for grabs. And Ubisoft's official statement, it framed the delay as a decision to ensure quality. As part of the renewed focus on gameplay quality and engaging day one experiences, it's been decided to provide an additional month of development to Assassin's Creed Shadows, Ubisoft said. This additional time will allow the team to better incorporate the player feedback gathered over the past 3 months and help create the best conditions for launch by continuing to engage closely with the increasingly positive Assassin's Creed community. The game is now scheduled for March 20th, if it still comes out during that time. But, let's see how it goes. Day one experience quality will be a refreshing change of pace for Ubisoft. Its release for Star Wars Outlaw last year saw a slew of game-breaking bugs and glitches at launch. Things got so bad that PlayStation gamers who paid for early access to the game had the save files wiped by a bug fixed prior to the full launch. This is Ubisoft's second delay for Shadows, and for a game meant to revitalize the franchise, the optics are troubling, but it's far from the first troubling or concerning report on this title. One of the most contentious aspects of Shadows is its deviation from franchise norms, unlike previous titles where story figures like Leonardo da Vinci, George Washington, or Cleopatra have served as NPC allies, offering guidance and missions. Shadow introduces Yusuke, a quote-unquote historical black samurai, as a playable protagonist instead of a original male Japanese assassin. Which is kind of funny because when I made that one video last year about how some Japanese see this, they say they wouldn't mind seeing a black samurai in the game as long as it doesn't, mess with the history of Yasuke. I mean, they don't mind a black samurai in it. They just don't want it to be, oh, this is historically a samurai in the Japanese history, which again is up for debate. It's not clear yet if it's actually a thing. It's up for debate. This marks the first time an Assassin's Creed game has centered on a real-life figure, a decision that has not been well received by the corners of the fan base. Many players feel Yasuke's inclusion is a forced departure from the series' DNA and insulting to the Japanese culture that's supposed to be celebrated in Shadows. This led many to question Ubisoft's motives, given the company's history of delving into identity politics and DEI initiative within the worlds of its games. But guys, I'm not really sure if this game is going to be Ubisoft's last game before they get bought out. But this is up for debate whether or not this will be Ubisoft's last game before they completely have to file for bankruptcy, and probably Tencent or Sony or hell even Nintendo or Microsoft has to come in and help them out, or it might be bought out by somebody else. Who knows? Maybe Netflix. But yeah, a lot of people have been saying, "Oh, this is not a big deal. This is fine. What's the problem with a black samurai?" There's no problem with a black samurai. The the Japanese culture just wants a more historical Japanese black samurai. If Yasuke was even a black samurai to begin with, that's up for debate. Because a lot of people, some people have tried to prove that he was a samurai, and Japanese historians said no, he wasn't a samurai. He was more of a carpenter or something like that. But Ubisoft is on its last leg. It really is. But I'm not really sure who's gonna buy Ubisoft again. It might be Tencent, the Chinese company, but who knows what might happen, man. And whether the French government will even allow that. But let me know what you guys think about it. Comments below. If you guys like the video, like and subscribe, share the video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.